Angle one, bopping. He done bop.
Can we get a team on 2?
Yeah, I was about to say no.
I said, can we get a team on 3?
Yeah. Yay.
I said a 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3. Team. And we come in the same way every day.
Hey. It's our nephew. Hey, nephew.
If you want it, baby, we can take it easy. I'm pushing up anytime you need me. G-Win, I'm not misleading. It's 8.
Best message ever today.
Hey, press. Full core pressure, know what you need. Someone that's about you, girl. I'm selfish, left side of your chest. No, it's gold, it's a treasure. It's kinda cold right now. Let me keep you warm in this weather now. Loving you is my calling. Girl, I'm ready to put my all in, yeah. I'ma show you what it feels like to be loved. Hold you down when we pop up, girl, I hold you up. No other feeling compared. My intuition sends your love in the air. Baby, just hold tighter if you feel that you scared. I know the way you feeling really feel like it's real. And I probably wanna know how it feels having you on this side of me. Instantly, intimacy, enjoy your company. Tenderly and gently, that's the vibe for me, yeah.
Get you ain't going nowhere.
This state of love, girl, I wanna go there. You the biggest drip, I don't need no mind clear. Girl, I'm ready, let me know whenever your mind clear. You take an inch or a mile, I'll take it with you. The life you wanna create, baby, can I make it with you? Stay down, let's get it, girl, I wanna run this Quaker with you. Yo, not you better, don't you ever bring no maker with you. Babe, I'm serious, I don't mind playing the long game. Follow your lead, be your shadow, wanna be your only. When I'm in your presence, I wanna hold you closely. Give you everything I got, you is what you owe me. Oh, and I probably wanna know how it feels having you on this side of me. Instantly, intimacy, enjoy your company. Tenderly and gently, that's the vibe for me.
Hey. Boom, boom, boom. Ooh.
I like it. Y'all get some people in here.
There.
This gonna be the best message ever. You're gonna learn something. Y'all better get some people in here.
Like that right there. Is he a part of the Something Right There crew? Yeah. And now the song we wrote
They
just
gonna
for
miss
you.
a good message. In the morning, I don't need no snooze. Gotta take forte in the boom, boom, boom. Meditate for fuel while I wait for the flow. Now I'm ready to be ready. Let's get it. I feel ecstatic.
Oh, I feel alive. I'm so expecting.
I believe.
I'm flying high.
Let's do it.
Hey.
When you need me, call me. I'll be there in a hurry. I'm your blue dot bubble, baby. When you need me, call me. I'll be there in a hurry. I'm your blue dot bubble, baby. Blue is everything, and everything is green. Blue is everything, and everything is green. New day, new way, new view, new you. Let's get it, y'all. Bubble on up. New day, new way, new view, new you. Let's get it, y'all. Bubble on up.
Bitch, I'm high on cloud 9. Why you trying to stop my slime? It's my life. Why ask why? You won't miss me when I die. I can tell a fucking lie. I can change my fucking mind. I just think you stuck in time. Bitch, you cannot kill my vibe.
boo boo naked. Tired of fight, tired of fake, tired of hate. Devil and blame. I'm fucking around in the ass of the nation. I'm boo boo naked. Tired of fight, tired of fake, tired of hate. Devil and blame. I'm fucking around in the ass of the nation.
When you need me, call me. I'll be there in a hurry. I'm your blue dot bubble.
I'm your blue dot, baby.
When you need me, call me. I'll be there in a hurry. I'm your blue dot bubble.
Whatever you
Blue
need.
is everything.
Blue is everything.
Everything is green.
Everything is great.
Blue is everything.
Blue is everything.
Everything is green.
Everything is great. New way, new you, let's get it, y'all. Bubble on up. New day, new way, new you, let's get it, y'all. Bubble on up.
When you need me, call me. I'll be there in a hurry. I'm your blue dot
Bubble
bubble.
on up.
When you need me, call me. I'll be there in a hurry. I'm your blue dot bubble.
I'll be here for you.
When you need me,
I need you.
when you need me,
I'll be right there. When you need me, oh, when you need me, when you need me, I'll be right there.
I'm
trying to focus.
Ecstatic. Oh, I feel alive.
So alive.
I'm so expectant.
I believe.
I'm flying high.
I'm on green.
Let's go. When you need me, call me. I'll be there in a hurry. I'm your blue dot bubble, baby. When you need me, call me. I'll be there in a hurry. I'm your blue dot bubble, baby. Blue is everything, and everything is green. Blue is everything, and everything is green.
When you need me, oh, when you need me.
Today is a new day, new way, new view, new you. Welcome to Bears and Bubbles. You know when you hear that clapping sound. We're going to check out the first five
When, what
9.
time? Yay,
The first five on 5-5.
Hey.
Oh, it's 5-5.
Yeah.
Goddamn. We're going to do some special for the first 5 on 5-5.
Woohoo.
That means we're going to give you a double shout out. Watch this here. Let's go get
with
it.
that double
Double shout out. First 5 and 5. Master Goodies, Grand Rising family.
Goodness.
Guru Dex bubbling like this doggy corn. Addictive Illusions, Grand Rising. That's 3. Number 4, we got our man Chris Mayfield. We gonna call him King. What's popping with the population?
Baby.
Number 5, we got our man Terrence. I call him Chief. Look at him. It's look like an Indian chief up there. Number 6, we got our brother Jaron Anderson. You are the motherfucking.
You are the one.
You are the one.
Number 6, your job is to come into class and wrap up today's lessons. Let me show you what you're going to see at the end of the class. I'm going to shoot this in here. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Bam. If you own Clark Sisters and you ever want to come in, if you see that, come in and hit that link. If you ever on YouTube and you want to come in, hit that link. Chris, your job is to do this. We got somebody new in here. Cheryl Lynn Ridgway.
Somebody new.
Welcome, Cheryl Lynn Ridgway, to the Bears and Bubbles morning show.
Hey,
How you doing?
How your mama doing?
Do we got anybody else new? I don't see any more visitors. Well, y'all know what time it is, man. We got a good message.
Is it? Tell them, Chris. What time is it? What time is it?
Y'all just doing too much today. Let me run the show, man. Let me run the fucking show. What you're gonna have to understand is you should be able to look at me and we a fucking polygamous couple and tell when I'm trying to take the fuck over. It's still a morning show. Y'all, when y'all get on that fun shit, they get the wildin', man. I got to pull them back. I got to get them back. We got Bigo Claus in the house today. I got to pull y'all back. Y'all know how the show go. You know what order this shit go in. So when you see me and you hear my voice, shut the fuck up because I'm finna make the flow of the show go. I know how to let y'all groove and have y'all fun like y'all want to. So y'all ready? E handala robo shy, a shake hiete, o robo bobo shy, yay source, dabba do day, day boo day. Ah, man. So y'all when y'all do the recap, y'all can wild out how the fuck you want to, but the show has to, because today is the first day. Not really the first day, but let me tell y'all something I thought this morning. This shit is a fucking real show, right? When we were singing the fucking "When You Need Me, Call Me," it was like, I was like, we got a fucking theme song like Good Times. Yeah. This shit is a real show, and I'm sitting here like, somebody paid me to do a Facebook video, and they sent me the money, and I said, man, I ain't doing that shit today, man. Fuck that shit. But then they increased the amount, and I said, fuck that shit. I ain't doing that shit today. And I'm not doing no goddamn Facebook video today because I feel good, and I got a morning show. I got a morning show, and it's a motherfucker asking me to sit in front of my phone and talk on Facebook. This shit is a morning show. Look at all these fucking cameras in here. Spin it on them, Lynn, real quick. I got a morning show and they want to watch me talk on my phone. Because that's the me in their memory. You been in Facebook jail, man. Where you been at? Now, I ain't saying I ain't going to do this shit eventually, but, I mean, money is money. And information is information, but, you know, that's like a doctor not wanting to work on a KKK member because he black. He going to work on that motherfucker. So I ain't saying I ain't do it. I just didn't feel like doing it today. But I got a morning show, and this is a morning show here, y'all. And we're going to keep believing in this shit. We're going to believe in this shit. We're going to believe what it do. We're going to believe in it. Because this is a goddamn morning show. And can't nobody tell me it ain't. Can you believe motherfuckers would rather see me talk in front of my phone on Facebook than come over here and get all this good fucking knowledge? See what it is, they think because it's mental health clarity, they like, oh, this nigga talking about mental health, I'm gonna have to change. They don't realize how much fun we have over here. I'm finna spit some shit today, which is gonna be one of the best messages ever. Probably the best message ever to tie this whole Bears and Bubbles series up, but we gonna keep it working. So let me sizzle it in your spirit, okay? Stories are the only way you can learn. We learn that. Stories are the only way you can learn. Stories are the only way you can learn. Well, they're controlling your life because they're controlling your stories. They're controlling what you see through media, print. They control how you view life. I seen this old lady yesterday in this video. The girl asked her, Mima, you ever been in love? She said, She said, Mima, you ain't never loved no man. She said, no, I ain't never loved no man. She said, but you was married 60-some years. She said, so? This lady was old enough to know what marriage and relationship and having children was before Walt Disney made Cinderella and all that shit. See, before all this print and TV and these plays and musicals and Disney, men told women and women told women, listen, this is after slavery. This is after doing Jim Crow. They don't hire women. But for washing clothes and shit, you can't support yourself and no child washing clothes. At one time, the only way a woman could live and survive is if she had a man. So they didn't say, go find the cute one. Go find the one that make you flutter. I ain't gonna get too much in my message. But today's message, what we sizzling in your spirit is the stories control the learning, and the learning controls your mind, and your mind controls your actions. Y'all, what goddamn time is it?
Recap,
It's time for the recap, baby.
Come on, Chris. Come on, Chris.
Yeah. So yeah, like master teacher is gonna continue from the last continuation. That was the other continuation. What story have you been telling yourself? And a lot of us have been told stories we don't remember, right? But we picked and pulled from key pieces of detail. So you have to, you don't even remember somebody sitting you down, helping you create. And to me, I think it's really great if we just, instead of trying to dissect, like say, even with the Bible, like I think it's a good universal way that, we all could learn like one infrastructure spiritually. However, I'm not about to pick and pull through truths, right? If you're going to try to say it's true, like how some of it is real, some of it is not. To me, it's either fiction or it's real, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and it could work as fiction if you tell yourself the story in a fictional way. If you not trying to make Jesus walk on water and be resurrected in the 3 days, that's really faux. And if you could stop eating fake flesh, and you get what I'm saying? Like if we could stop with all the extra shit, you know what I'm saying? Then we will have a good book full of parables that we can live by. And then understand that in that, because it is fiction, it does not all apply. And you can let it fly where it don't and use what you need to. So these stories are playing a big role. And and me knowing the first story that stuck out to me that I picked myself to bring along me was Grease. And I talk about that. As for a 4-year-old girl, you took me to see a musical that was about a thirsty blonde haired, green eyed woman trying to get love. That is like probably the place I want, the story I was supposed to have a visual of. So of course, during my adolescence, my 20s, I had blonde hair and green eyes. I was straight Sandy looking for the tightest spandex in the red candies. It added to the narrative of the 4th grade beautiful and all that and all that and all of that. So yeah. Pick your own goddamn story. Go ahead, sister.
Yes. And in picking your own goddamn story, choose to tell that whole back right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes, accurately.
Yeah.
As in specifically, as in give the details, take accountability, go ahead and own up to all of the choices and the decisions that your mind thought about and your body believed you could achieve. And so you actively went out and engaged in that activity. Okay, so you're in the scene, you're in the picture. It's a rolling motion picture. Your emotions took you right to where the fuck you wanted to be.
Where it wanted to take you.
Exactly where you wanted to go and do. And so in that, take accountability. Own it. As in like the story that Jay was saying the other day. Laugh at yourself. Yo, I fucked up. I almost fucked myself up. Remember the time when we had went to the store and I almost got myself fucked up fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? So then it becomes a humorous story because you're accountable. The emotion that's attached to it is a good feeling story. You don't mind telling it, sharing it with people so other people can learn from it. And in that, it becomes a parable, one of them Bible stories like, yo, this is when I learned, because in that we can learn. Our brain will change. It becomes, rather than something we fear, something that's funny.
So if I'd have told my details back, I'd have realized I just like all the hot shit in the movie. I just like, it's my favorite movie. I couldn't tell you nothing. I didn't hardly know. Exactly. I waited for 3 scenes. Everything else.
You like the red hot shoes, the black leather outfit, and getting picked up by the hot boy in the convertible and being the center of attention.
Oh, and the pregnant part.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
Good.
So, yes, that's what we got. Tell the story back.
Stories. Stories control your life.
Yeah.
I'm the type of teacher, I use a process called banking. Banking is my type of education. And we're going to talk about banking because banking, you make withdrawals and deposits. I am the master teacher. I'm up here educating you. I'm teaching you how to change your life. I don't care whether you agree with it or not. The reason I can do it for you, because you are not going to tell yourself the story back right. You're going to tell yourself the story to be a victim. You're going to tell yourself the story to keep from having that disorienting dilemma. You're going to tell yourself the story to avoid the cognitive dissonance. What I do is up here is I get on the cross like Jesus and I die every day. I tell you stories about my life, and the reason I'm doing it, I tell you stories about Chris, I tell you stories about Lynn. I use them examples for you to say, damn, I've been in a similar situation, and he was able to admit what he did or didn't do. So now let me look back over my life and see, and it gives you some perspective to analyze. Say, hey, you know, I was young, hot in the ass, and would have fucked any nigga that bought me something. I just got pregnant by that guy. Nobody goes back in their life and say that. You know, nobody goes back in their life and say, you know what, I'm a dude, I love fucking, and you know what, fucking feels good. I'd have liked fucking anyway. It's not because I got molested. Nobody's going to tell that story. So what I do is I come in and I do something what's called banking. Banking means I'm depositing in you. And you're receiving a withdrawal from me. And for that very reason, you should send cash out after class. Banking, the concept of education, is a concept in philosophy. Banking is the concept, is the method of teaching and learning where students simply store information just relayed by the teacher. That's why you don't get to say nothing in my fucking class. I had somebody ask me, Lynn and Chris probably would have some good points if you let them fuck them. They don't get to say shit in my class. Every now and then they might get to interrupt. Fuck them, and fuck you too. You don't need to learn. You don't get to say shit. You're learning because I'm the teacher. I'm the master teacher, and I'm telling you the stories to learn. That's my job, is to tell you stories to learn. Yeah. My job is to tell you stories to learn. I'll give you a perfect example. Chris was just talking about Grease, right? How she loved Olivia Newton-John and she wanted to do this. I'll never forget, we was having a talent show amongst our friends and she wanted to do Grease with me.
Mike, okay, yeah.
Are they saying they can't hear?
Yeah, turn it up. When you turn towards it, you got louder.
Well, let's see. Because motherfuckers don't be having their phone up. I'm looking at the fucking audio levels.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I don't trust no woman's opinion on the other end. I'm just saying, if it's a woman, don't tell me.
It's not.
If it's a man, tell me. And that's just how I rock. I don't give a fuck how you feel about it. I don't trust no fucking woman's opinion about nothing. Psych, I'm just playing. But I'm serious as fuck. Stories. Chris was sitting there telling me how much she loved this movie and all this shit. And we practiced the whole fucking dance routine of how we gonna do it. All right. Now, when we get there, I realized talking to her, she don't even know what the fuck the movie's about. She took me to see a play of Grease. She don't even know what the fuck the movie's about. How stupid was her fucking idiot ass mother to take a 4-year-old girl to see Grease? Well, how fucking stupid was he? You know what I mean?
But I think back then you just didn't think that it was a musical. I think I liked
it's musical. Black people saying black folks can afford movies, so we're gonna take our children to see something. Black folks can afford radios. Black folks can afford VCRs, so we let our kids see shit. Long story short, she didn't know what the fuck the movie was about. All she knew was the girl was dancing and shit. So this is her favorite movie. She's a grown-ass woman walking around trying to look like a fucking white woman. Yeah. Because of a fucking story. I'll give you an example of a story. Stories shape your life. That's why they tell you the stuff about, when you're a kid, the most unbelievable shit. And they don't let you ask. They don't let you ask no questions in Sunday school. They banking, they putting this shit in you. So you don't get to ask no questions in here. You know why? Because I'm the master teacher. I know the stories to tell you to set you free. I know how to talk you into living your own life with the right stories. Let me show you how stories shape your life. When my mama was on her deathbed, I was feeding her some of her favorite pasta shit. And we was talking, I laughed. I said, I'm feeding you now. And my mama, she got a little teary-eyed. She said, something I want to tell you. I said, what? She said, you was always my favorite child. I said, I kind of felt that. I felt like that's why you treated me extra fucked up. But I think when women love something like a little girl, if they like you, they hit you and run. They don't know how to just hug and pray because they afraid they're going to lose it. She said, you was my favorite child. I said, why? She said, well, they told me I couldn't have any more children after your brothers. And basically, my last name Clark, but I ain't my brother's sons. So she fucked around on they daddy because they daddy signed my birth certificate. He thought I was his kid. So I knew that, but she said, the reason I had you, she said, I knew you weren't his child, and I knew I was going to lose my marriage, but she said, the reason I had you, because the doctors told me I could never have no more children after your brothers, and they said that you were a miracle baby. I said, bitch, why didn't you tell me that before you was laying here dying? Do you know how fucking better our fucking relationship would have been? Do you know what kind of man that would have made me if I thought I was a miracle baby? Stupidity. Stories. That's why I don't believe in history. Let's get into the message. These stories shape our life, and these stories make who you are. So you can't talk in my class. I'm the teacher. If I let y'all talk, it'll fuck the lesson up. Well, let me shoot in my story. You got a story that you think is similar to this, but you're not trying to make the same point I'm trying to make. Yeah, you got an example, but you ain't trying to make the same point. You understand what I'm saying? You would fuck the listen up. Harriet Tubman. Man, let me use that first. Harriet Tubman. They want to put on a $20 bill. No cash. I mean, my boy was saying, man, I'm doing some research. I found out Harriet Tubman won't even true. I said, she was a Union spy. I said, but think about this. The stories that they tell us, Harriet Tubman is a boogeyman story they tell white people. Ain't that right, Vico Claus? Harriet Tubman is a boogeyman story they tell white people. Because white people started getting relaxed. Yeah, we done had these slaves 100 years. They feed us, don't poison us. They do whatever we say. But white people were saying, hey, these motherfucking slaves will revolt and get your ass. So they created shit like Nat Turner and Harriet Tubman. How the fuck can you tell me you know how many slaves Harriet Tubman took and what she did on her journeys? They told us in the white history books, Harriet Tubman escaped slaves, and they got a picture of her holding a gun over a slave. If you try to turn around, I'll kill you. How the fuck they know that? As if slaves got free and said, hey, we want to talk to the white historians about what Harriet Tubman did. Do you realize that if Harriet Tubman was stealing slaves off the plantation, those masters had those slaves insured? Hey, somebody to run off and stole one of my slaves. Man, what happened? They gave me a $12 check for them. Shit, somebody took 2 of mine too, goddammit. That's how the numbers get inflated. Yeah. She took some of mine. 4 of my slaves gone. Shit. Oh, she took all mine last night. And then once we realize this is some bullshit, they talk about put on a $20 bill to what? Re-solidify this story. See, these stories is what control your life. These stories let you know your place in life. In my family growing up, they said, you ain't no plumber if you don't drink. All plumbers drink. Bragging on alcoholism. So as a little kid, this shit is what? Permeating the story of my family. Somebody put on the timeline, 54 people, only 7 likes, a story of your family. Put this shit on the timeline. This is when I tell you what the fuck to do. Chris Lynn, type your shit in. What is a story of your family or a trait of your family that's fucked up that nobody shouldn't have been permeating this shit to the family? Yeah, we drink. If you don't drink good, you ain't no plumber. You got to be able to drink good. So the first time somebody said what? Hey, you want a drink? I done heard you don't drink, you don't drink, you don't drink. I said, yeah, give me a drink. And they gave me a drink of liquor when I was 5 years old. And I tasted it and it tastes nasty. And when I tasted it, I said, ew. And then they laughed. And then my mind thought, they said if I can't drink, I ain't no plumber, I ain't no good person. Let me drink it all the way down to prove that I am part of this stupid ass, dumb fucking family. Stories, that's what they do. They use stories to teach, and they slick with it. Black History Month. Do you really think in your fucking mind that a race that would hung you, kill you, want you to have heroes? Black History Month is stories, but they're not for you, black people. Black History Month is for white people. You fucking dumb idiot. Do you really think the motherfucker that hates you, kill you, hate you, wouldn't let you read and still hate you, all of a sudden said, let's tell them some stories 1 month of the year? Black History Month is their way of brainwashing white folks to stay racist.
Yeah.
Because over time, white folks might get nice. And they might not want to tell their children, look here, little Tommy. We is white and we supreme and we want to stay on top. And when you go to school in the kindergarten, it's going to be some black kids there. You think they cool and they can dance and they can do little shit you can't do. You probably ain't never seen them before, but you're going to want to be like them. But guess what? Don't fuck with them because we white and we racist and we want to. People ain't going to tell their kids that. But what will happen is when little Tommy go to school and he pop locking all year with the little black kid, getting introduced to him, and he friends and shit, they doing the nay-nay, then February roll around. Black History Month. Little Tommy look up, he learned, oh shit, we used to fuck them up. Stick his chest out a little bit. We used to fuck them up. We used to hang them. We own America. What the fuck? We the shit. And the black kid hearing this shit, and the whole time he getting mad as a motherfucker. But the story says, you better not go over there and hit Tommy. So we get mad early. Kindergarten, we first learned that we were slaves and we was weak, and put your head down. Took the steam out of my life as soon as you start teaching me that shit. And what does it do? All through school, every year, every motherfucker learns and knows your place in society, these stories. It's the same thing they do with the birds and the bees. It's up to you as each parent to tell your child about the birds and the bees. And they used to tell kids about the birds and the bees about 8, 9 years old, 10, 12. Well, really back in the day before that, because they used to say babies come from cabbage patches. So what I'm trying to say is, it's up to each individual parent to tell their children when Santa Claus is not real and when the Tooth Fairy is not real. Now, let me give you some game about these stories and how they do us. You can send your child to school and they'll celebrate Christmas, which is not real, a fake Santa Claus, and they will celebrate Christmas, and the teachers will not tell your children that Santa Claus is not real. Why? Because the teacher says, that's your child. And you have the right to, when you decide to tell your children Santa Claus is not real. So we don't want any other kids in class saying Santa Claus is not real. It's your parents' job to talk to your children about Santa Claus and tell them when Santa Claus is not real. It's not teachers' jobs. And if a kid went to school and the motherfucking teacher said, Santa Claus ain't real, y'all, in the kindergarten or daycare, the kids would go home and say, Mama, my teacher said Santa Claus ain't real. And the parent will go down to school mad as a motherfucker and say, hey, goddamn it, who the fuck is you? I'm the parent. You don't tell my motherfucking kid Santa Claus ain't real. Oh, I tell my kids Santa Claus ain't real. Who the fuck is you to be deciding when I have to tell my kids the stories, right? And this is just Santa Claus. Yeah. But they will tell your kid in the kindergarten about gay sex, gay marriage. Oh, yeah. And what it does is forces your kid to come home and say, what's gay? Now you got to tell your kid a story. Put something in his head. At an age where he already first discovered his little ding-a-ling, she discovered her little thing, and folks is showing ding-a-lings in the bathroom and girls is humping and touching on each other. Now we think we gay early. Yeah. So why can't I go down to school and say, hey,
Y'all motherfuckers didn't tell my motherfucking child about goddamn Santa Claus. What the fuck make you think you could tell my child about sex and bring in sex education in the fucking kindergarten? Well, the reason we want to do that is because we want to introduce this story to your child's mind early, so it's forcing you to talk about it. We did it with Black history. We put Black history in schools, so it forced white people to teach their children to continue to maintain racism. Go nay-nay with them. You can nay-nay with them. You can dance and pop lock with them, but guess what? When it's time to give them jobs out, and when you become a district attorney, and when you become a judge, and when you become this, you become a real estate agent, you make sure you treat them niggas like shit. Because that's what their history is for. What if somebody would have told you how great your grandfather was and stuff he did? That's how they brainwash every one of their children to go to war so easily. Your great-granddaddy died in Korea. Psh. Your great-granddaddy died in Vietnam. Psh. Your uncle died in World War II. Psh. And they got these flags in the house folded up like footballs that we used to play with. And the kids said, shit, I'll go. And I die too. I want to die. I'd love to die. Y'all seen Leonidas 300? They tell these stories, the movie 300. They tell these stories. Leonidas in the 300 went out and did this and did that and the other. So that all the other Spartans have said, I was born to die. Let me at them, Uncle Scooby. We don't care. Stories, 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 stories. They control your mind. They control your mind. I tell you stories every day, and I give you something to analyze, something to ponder, a new frame, new point of view to look at. My stories call you to reevaluate your stories. Look at the stories they told back in the day. We got to make marijuana illegal because it make black men want to have sex with black women, with white women, and they go crazy. Marijuana is bad. Marijuana does this. Y'all know we was kids. They said marijuana good for my glaucoma. Marijuana good for this. Marijuana good for that. They've been locking niggas up forever for marijuana. Now all of a sudden they want to just do what? Fuck it. We just tell a new story. Marijuana good. Fuck it. Marijuana good. Marijuana good. The same shit that you make heroin with. We put it in medicine. That's good. All this shit good. Fuck it. It's good. Fuck it. We just changed the story. I remember back in the day, we know where AIDS come from because I have a homeboy that's a doctor. And if y'all look at the numbers, you'll see statistically this is real. Black women from age 16 to 40 are the number one AIDS people on this earth. Why black women? Why black women get AIDS more than anybody? Huh, black woman? You know why? Because AIDS can live in men and women, but women don't transfer AIDS to men. Men transfer AIDS through butthole sex. And then they can give it to a woman. So think about it. If black men are dogs fucking everything and black women are the number one cases in AIDS, we should have it just as much as them. Well, they told you when we was kids, AIDS is a gay man's disease or a drug man's disease. They told you. But then they paid enough money, gay folks got mad. Don't call this no goddamn gay man's disease. Yes, it is. They told you AIDS is for gay folks. They've been told you this. They told you already. They put it out. AIDS is for gay folks. 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 They told you this for years. Anybody that had AIDS coming up, oh, he gay. They told you the truth. And they told you this at the hospital. They told you this on TV. Only way you can get AIDS is through intravenous needles or gay sex. Who remembers that?
Yes. Yes.
They taught us. You remember that big old clause? When they told us that you can only get AIDS from shooting up drug needles or fucking men in the ass? All right then. All right then. Well, they changed that motherfucking story. Why? Gay folks said, we don't like that. And that's when they created their community. You mean to tell me you're going to tell the world it's us? Let's go in the corner and come out together. And when they came out fighting with a master plan. LBGT, you don't know who remember that shit. I can say I'm a member of that shit. LBGT members don't get no fucking card. They don't get no fucking card. So they really like Kaiser Soze. Think about it. Yeah. They like Kaiser Soze. Yeah. Say as the black, if you're a fucking NAACP member or Ku Klux Klan member or member of any other organization, you get a card. Wow. So when your organization do some shit, they can hold you accountable. Hey, NAACP, y'all done some shit. We're looking for all NAACP members with cards that we can punish or hold accountable. Well, only thing you have to do to be in the LBGT community is just fucking act. Fuck it, I'm one. Hey, huh? I'm one. Now watch what happens. I'm one as soon as I do some fucked up shit, right? Child. I go out and kill somebody. And they said, Javon was a member of the LBG. They said, how you know? He ain't had no card. He had no card.
We ain't got no members list.
We ain't got no members list.
Yeah.
There ain't nobody we can hold accountable for this. Who's the president of the LBGT? We know who the president of the Black Lives Matter is. It's Kaiser Soze. They can never be held accountable or nothing. Now, anytime somebody, a member of the LBGT need help, they get behind them, 100%. Boom, boom, boom. You got 1 million people behind them to help them. But one of them do some fucked up shit, oh, we don't know him. He wasn't a member because there's no card. Remember when Jesse Smollett, the guy from Empire, first got fucked up, first lied about getting fucked up. The LBGT came out hard. Oh God, he said that he got attacked by some white supremacists. And here go the LBGT. Ah, LBGT, we got his back, we got his back. All of a sudden they found out he was lying. Silent retreat. Nobody said, you lying ass nigga, you misrepresented us. But who the LBGT really act like? Women. Ain't that what our women do? Ain't that what our black women do? Go buy me some of that drug money. Ooh, put me up in an apartment. Buy me some shoes. Buy me some clothes. Oh, let me have a baby by you so I can lock you in. Oh, shit. There go the police about to lock that nigga up. Oh, shit. Ooh.
Man, listen.
And then they come back with a new story. I'm just a single mother with a baby by myself, and my baby daddy was no good. He tricked me. I was young. Me. And then they told that story so much, niggas like me look like bad guys.
Man.
These dope boys changed the game with a different story. I remember the first time I went to fuck with this girl, she said, you gonna buy me some red bottom shoes or something? I said, who the fuck told you that story, bitch? Oh, the drug dealers buy girls' shoes. Y'all fucking the game up. I'm used to fucking and leaving. Oh yeah, it's a new story out. These boys fuck us and take us out of town for the... Who doing that? Who fucking the game up? These drug dealers. It's a new story. They'll buy you shoes, clothes, and they'll give you the stash. Oh, we never trusted women with shit. My granddaddy give my grandma a couple of dollars to put in her purse. Other than that, she don't know what the fuck. But yeah, she got a whole stash. He gave me the stash. What's going on? What's happening? A new story. Man. And then what happened is a new story got told. Well, these are the cool guys. These are the good guys. And these are the cool girls. Well, really, let's tell the truth about the story. Low-life niggas can only talk to low-life bitches, and they can only relate to each other. You can't pull no nigga out the streets and he meet a lawyer and she said, let's go out on a date. What they gonna talk about? She gonna be real bored, and he gonna feel real dumb. But you take a bitch from the projects and a nigga from the projects, take them out on a date, they'll fuck before they even get the goddamn chicken fingers to the table. She pregnant soon as she got in the car. I've been wanting to get pregnant by you. Oh, look at me. I'm already 2 weeks. You ain't even touched me yet.
This shit is crazy, yo. That's so true.
Tell a different story. Tell a different story. You learn by your stories. You think love is love because of stories you've seen about love. We just showing you the power of stories right now. Church. They do it in church. Oh, man, early. They got us thinking that it's okay to eat somebody's fucking body and drink blood because of a story. Any other situation, they said, drink blood, eat body. Vampires. Yeah, vampires. My Lord and Savior said, eat me, drink me. Jews eat, what you call it? Kosher meat. They drain the blood out their meat. Jesus, who wouldn't even eat fucking meat anyway and drain the blood if he did, said, eat me, eat my body and drink my blood. And we go to church and cry, nothing but the blood of Jesus. Think about the story. When you put this story in our head, we will look up at the sky and cry and say, blood of Jesus rain down on me. I even feel it flowing on me. I feel the spirit in the house.
Yes.
Take 10% of my money.
Yeah.
I can only fuck one woman. I can't cuss. I can't drink. But if you read the story of the Bible, everybody in the Bible had plenty of bitches.
Fucking and drinking.
Fucking their daughters, fucking their sons, incesting, fucking and drinking.
Partying.
So the Bible said David, who was a man after God's own heart, when Saul lost the kingship, the Bible said God gave David all Saul bitches. So how come I can't have more than one wife? The Bible, everybody in the Bible had more than one wife. If you read the story, but you don't read that story. You rather just let the motherfucker tell you, handala, 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 handala. He tell you whatever the fuck he want to tell you. Let me tell you a quick story about life, because we're talking about the what? Me in our memory. Me or. Me in our memory. 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 Me. Who was the me in my memory? Tell you something happened to me recently. Real story. Remember we said, am I going to be me or? Memory. Am I going to be me or? And why? There you go. That's the Keisha Johns. I just threw that on the end. Me or why? Am I going to be me or something else, and why? Quick story. One of my homies hit me up. He said, man, I can get you a PPP loan. I said, PPP loan? Let's do this. How we going to do it? When he told it to me, he broke it down how he was going to do it, and I analyzed it, and I kicked it around in my head. He said he was going to do it as a sole proprietor, and I don't have employees. Okay? I am a sole proprietor, and I don't have employees, right? That makes sense. I can do that. I can do that. Then he said, how much money did you make last year? I said, I don't fucking know. He said, we don't say you made 100 bands. I said, I don't know if I made 100 bands. Do I got to prove I made 100 bands? He said, well, you're a sole proprietor and you get paid in cash. So there's no way they can prove it. I said, makes sense, makes sense. Then he said, the only way they can track you is if you filed income taxes, and they'll put what you said on your income taxes based on what you put on your Schedule C. And if they're wrong, they could find that's the only way they can get you. I said, well, I didn't file no fucking income taxes. So ain't no fucking way they can trace me. Ain't no way they can get me. It's impossible. Ain't no paper trail on me. Ain't no paper trail on me. If you come to me, well, I get paid in cash. Go look at my cash apps. You see cash coming in every day. And if I didn't make 100,000 in cash apps, well, fuck it. My brother gave me the other fucking 50. You can't prove that because I can get paid in cash because I'm doing business as myself. When did my business start? 1977 when I was born. So I don't do no stupid shit. You notice I'm 43 years old, never been to jail, don't know what the inside of a car look like. So I don't do no stupid shit. So I got to thinking, Yeah, this makes so much sense to me. I got a daughter coming. I need to invest in some stock and do some other shit. Corona disease came for me. I've been off of work anyway. I'm happy. I'm good. I'm going to get this fucking PPP loan. $20,000. They're going to give me $20,000 twice. And I was so happy. And then they start sending me the shit. Sign your documents, sign your documents, sign your documents, link your bank account, take your fucking money. And something in me started not feeling right about it. And that blue said, is you going to be the me in your memory or something new, and why? The me in my memory don't steal. The me in my memory don't rob. The me I have of me, I don't do shit like that. So I'm going to be me, the motherfucking Javon Michael Clark with integrity that has never did that type of shit before, or I'm going to turn into a fucking PPP scammer. And why? Think about this. The me I remember as a M man or a P. Am I going to be the me in my mind or a PPP scammer? And why would I do that? See, now that's where the shit come in. Learning is the story you tell. I look back and say, in my story, I'm an honest man. So I'm going to be me that I remember, not no or some fucking PPP scammer. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, sometimes you need to look back and say, I don't want to be that me. I need to be the or. And you don't know what the or is, but catch this. Either way, the story you told yourself is going to make you change your frame and your motherfucking point of view. So let's see. I used to have a different point of view, which is my glasses, because of my frame of being poor and broke growing up. Let's just be real. So the second I could scam $40,000 off the PPP, my frame as a broke nigga, my point of view, let's get this money. I don't see how I can get caught. I don't see how I can get caught. I don't see how I can get caught. But the way you break frames is you tell stories. Watch how I didn't do that shit. I told myself a story. I want that money, goddammit. Let's get this money. I got a daughter coming. I said, okay. What if you get locked up? Your daughter due in 2 weeks. What if you get locked up? For 43 years, you ain't never been in jail. And 43 years, you ain't never had a child. What if you get in trouble? So I told myself the story. I saw myself getting in trouble. So I took that frame of a broke nigga off and said, hop, and we working on some money shit. Let's change my point of view. I ain't fucking with that scam shit, and I got a daughter on the way. But some people do this. Man, the PPP loan is this waiting on you. And they start telling this story. Man, I'm going to do this. I'm going to buy a car. I'm going to invest it. I'm going to go do this. I'm going to go do that. All you got to do is hey, look, I didn't do it because I told myself a story of getting caught. The other people do it because they tell themselves a story of not getting caught. The story you tell is going to determine what you do. How you look back on your past and how you live is going to determine what you do in the future. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do y'all understand that these stories I told y'all today have just taught y'all that stories shape your life? Do y'all understand today that these examples and these stories I use have given you a litmus test, a blueprint to juxtapose and compare your own life? Is somebody in class might be wanting a PPP scam? Is somebody in class that might already PPP scam that might need to send that fucking money back or do what you're going to do with it? But what's the point I'm making, Javon? Stories. Stories. We love alcohol because the family told a story. Our race is in shambles because we keep telling the same fucking story. The white man fucked us over. White man fucked us over. We keep telling the same story. Same story. It's the white man's fault. Nobody wants to say, hey, when my grandson was selling dope, I knew that shit killed. But hey, that's the first time our family had some money. I told Maybell, you know what our grandbaby's doing. If you don't tell on mine, I won't tell on yours. No. When all this shit go down, we change the story. So we can't move forward. She got 4 baby daddies. She never changed the story. She kept saying guys fucked her raw, skeeted in her and left her. She kept saying ain't shit guys used her, fucked her raw, skeeted in her and left her. So she got 4 baby daddies and she pregnant right now. Girl, why didn't you change that story? Yeah. He got 4 baby mamas and all of them trying to chase him down on child support. And he keeps saying they ain't shit. What point do you say in that story, man, I had a thing for coming in bitches? What point do you change that story? My job up here is to teach you. And since the beginning of time, y'all ain't realized this whole class has just been me telling you stories. Telling you stories. Y'all know how I start out. I used to fuck this gal. And y'all know what's coming next. A story about sex so you can understand. Like I was saying, how you tell a story, the me in memory. Remember I told you the other day, the girl's brother died when she was with me. And I still wanted to fuck. She like, I got to get on a plane and go home. I'm like, damn, I done paid half on the trip. I don't get to fuck. Shit. I'm like, ain't nothing you really can do. You ain't no embalmer. You can't embalm the nigga. Hit that button. Let me stop. Let me stop.
Cut it out. Quick, teacher, quick.
Yes. I was thinking about when they said the stories, being a mass media undergrad, they taught us about the journey of a media. So people are really feeling to forget. First of all, the Bible is one of the first tools of media, right? And it used to be handwritten until they came up with the printing press. So if only people that even had a Bible were people that were rich, not even poor white people. So it was an elite thing, right? So the stories definitely wasn't for us because we were so low on the totem pole, supposedly, of persons that would even have a Bible. So everything we've been really doing has been word of mouth.
Oral storytelling.
Well, we know we fucked that up, especially because they teach us that when they in the game, when they put us all in a circle and we telling in each other ear. In 2 minutes, we done changed the whole fucking story looking at each other in a circle. You know what I'm saying? So we know you can't even hold it. So that story always changes due to the perception of the listener, because something that might stand out to me may not stand out to Sister Lynn, because she may not care about it as much as me, and vice versa, based on what we've seen and already experienced. So if I'm talking to Sister Lynn about hair, I'm telling her a hair story. Well, her being natural or never and not maybe having problems with hair length, but maybe problems with her mother not wanting to have to do her hair. Well, I'm a person who does hair, so I'm a solution, right? So when I'm talking to her and about a hair story in a solution mind frame, all Lynn might be thinking about is the time some mother huffed and puffed and grabbed her hair or didn't do her head, you know, during her journey. So she may not even be thinking about what I'm thinking about. However, that goes back to what Master Teacher was saying. That's why he can't let us talk, because we could be having the same similar story without the intent. So I'm trying to tell Lynn, yo, you don't have to feel like that about hair. We could make this shit fun. She will not, let's side note, she just won't get her hair done. I mean, like, I don't know how to, but at least you a boy. Like, I don't know how to make, like, I make drinks for, I let her choose when she want to. I give her every type of solution about how we can make this, and she's just not going to do it to the very last minute because she remembers the hair journey.
Hey, let me say something real quick, because this is where women gonna learn something too. I'm gonna give y'all some women some game. She wants to cut her hair. I told her, you cut your hair, I'm not gonna like you no more. See what I'm saying about life? If you cut your hair, I ain't gonna like you no more. So go cut it. Tell them about the story what you was about to try to cut your hair, Lynn, real quick.
Well, I was going to add to what Chris was saying, exactly what she was saying. And it's true. And it goes back to how when we get into a scenario, you don't know where people are coming from when we create these bonds and so forth. Because I just would have been wanting to tell my story. I'm in Debbie land and just venting, you know what I'm saying? Whereas she's on the side of giving me a solution, and I could not be able to receive that. And so I just wanted to say that was a good point and
do not
reiterate it, right?
Because
exactly.
It's real life.
Exactly. And am I really looking for a solution if I'm still telling that old story about the problem versus, listening? Because I'm talking if I'm telling the story and I'm talking about the problem, versus if I'm listening, I'm in solution mode as far as frequencies are concerned, and I would be receiving a download from Sister Chris, because we would want to avoid the story that Jay is mentioning, where I'm like, typically I cut my hair every couple of years just because it gets too much for me to do, or more than I want to pay and time spent for somebody else to do, like the scenario that I'm in right now with Sister Chris.
That's free anytime she feel like it, so we know that ain't even it.
But the part I still got to do it. There's a part that I have to do, and that's the part that I'm like, if I could just get around having to do it, anything, that would be great.
Anything.
So yeah, I had to I was about to cut my hair. I cut a lock out because it was all knotted, because I let it stay up too long. And so in an effort to take it down, the part that I try to always avoid, just don't like doing, I cut a piece off and told Jay, hey,
you didn't tell me, you text me.
I cut a piece off and told him in a text message, I'm about to cut my hair.
And what I say?
Don't.
What else?
Don't.
Yeah. Because I'm not going to like her without hair. You cut your hair, you ain't going to be my bitch. That's just how I rock. I don't like that short hair shit. I like it. But I like women to let their hair grow. And I don't care what texture it is. So, we got women out here that'll cut their hair without even talking to their husband. Fuck that shit. You cut your motherfucking hair, you gonna find you a new nigga.
And it's
Chris too.
And it's funny.
I don't like that shit.
Well, I ain't got no problem asking like, which, you know what I'm saying? Because I think that for the most part, women want the styles that men like, so they've been saying when they sit in my chair, you get what I'm saying? Because they ain't talking about what I'm like, your hair don't do that. Why do that? And they thinking about what they seeing around. I'm like, but your face ain't on that hair. But anyway, though, it's funny that you said it, because when I did Charlene's hair, that was her first thing. She really, besides whatever the other, she came to me because she felt that.
That's my ex. That's my ex. My ex went to her to get her hair done. So as you can see, look, when people say about women, hey, look, it's the man. It's the man. It's the man in the middle. My ex went to her to get her hair done. That ain't no deal. That hatred amongst women, because you got a pussy nigga in the middle. If you got two mamas that can't get along, it's a pussy ass baby daddy in the middle. A baby daddy handle that shit. So go ahead.
Yeah. And because definitely, just so Jay and I were not a thing during this time, but we had worked with each other. And so he sent her to come get her hair done, because I used to do the young boys' hair that you mentored. Mm-hmm. So, but what I felt that she felt comfortable in telling me was that my husband does not want my haircut. And I'm trying to find a way to grow my hair out with the look, with the style, without getting it cut. And if so, trim very, very minimum. And I helped her, achieve that. She's a hairstylist. So I said all that to say, going back to the example I used with Lynn, if a person don't want to be the every problem that Sister Lynn has about her hair, I've been willing to fix, or it's fixable. She don't have to braid it. She don't have to decide when she want, she don't have to feel rushed to take it out. even as far as understanding her takedown process, I have given her solutions on how she can pre-do some things and I could come along and refix it. But she just have the story that she tells about her hair and how it feels to her as a person, but a professional who does hair, and so in that space, she will keep herself in limbo until she discuss her whys really bad, because she knows that she's not going to cut it because he doesn't want her to cut it. And so if she don't, she gonna wind up in situations where it's gonna be locking up and stuff like that, where her sister right here to fix it for her whenever she wants at least the piece in the back that's locking up.
And this is how this goes, man. And, you talking about blue dotted line and relationships and shit like that. Same way, if I tell her you cut that hair, I ain't gonna be your nigga. She looking at me like, shit, you don't pay them bills, I ain't gonna be your nigga.
And look, and how I feel about your weight.
Chris, oh shit, Chris, like,
I don't care
nigga,
about no bills.
the second you start snoring, nigga, and you get fat or look like you getting titties, I'ma leave your ass.
I don't care about 6'6" and all that stuff. I care about titties and snoring.
See? So we talking about, and see, this ain't no love going on right here. This is blue dot alignment. This is people that realize how they wanted to latch on to certain people and use each other to move forward in life. We ain't talking no love. She like, nigga, you get fat or you get the snoring and shit, I'ma leave your ass. You know what I'm saying? That's just how that go. If they want to walk around with bald pussies, I'ma leave your ass. You want to shave your underarms, I'ma leave your ass. I don't like no bald pussy, no underarm woman. They don't even wear deodorant, and they don't walk around here musky. I don't wear deodorant. I'm sitting here sweating like hell. I ain't musky. Musk is you a part of an animal. That's what they told you. Look, white people stinking so fucking nasty that they want to put something to hide they smell. Because they was always nervous. Always nervous. Do you understand? We are like skunks. The only time you get musky is you want to fuck or you get anxiety. So I don't wear deodorant. I don't be walking around smelling musky. I don't want no women wearing that deodorant. I like hair on the arms. I like hair on the head, hair on the legs, hair on the ass, hair on the pussy. I like women to be like women was made. That's just me. Now, the second they decide they don't like that, they can rock. We can still be friends and be cool. You know what I'm saying? That's just how that go. Like Keisha John said, if you eat meat, she ain't fucking with you. That's up to her. That's up to her. I think what we like to do is want somebody to do it our way, and if it don't go our way, change the story. Like if Keisha Johns met a guy and they was kicking it, and then she found out the nigga was lying, eating meat, and broke up with him. He'll say, she broke my heart. No, nigga, tell the truth. You knew that woman didn't like no meat eater, and you lied, acting like you won't eat meat, and she caught your ass eating meat, and she broke up with you.
But we know a scenario like that.
Yeah. We know people that lie about eating meat and shit. I'm like, what you lying for? I was a vegan 3 years and doing vegan meal prep. Went to fucking Texas when we went to Meatland, and PA put me on that boudin sausages and them ribs, and I've been fucking eating meat off and on ever since then. And if I eat meat, I'm going to eat pork. I don't give a fuck about no other meat. So you know what I'm saying? But I don't have to. People be so caught up and want approval for each other. I don't eat meat. Or I eat this. Or I didn't. Motherfucker, this your life. You can do what you want to do. And the people that don't want you because of what you do, then you don't supposed to be with them. I see so many brothers wanting things so bad they way. Hey, shorty, what's up? They try to holler at the shorty. She don't like them. She don't like you based on how you look. Well, you know I be flying women out. Man, she ain't like you, bro. Accept that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm afraid to fly, so flying women out don't impress me. Well, I pay mortgages. Damn, bro. Take the fucking no. Yeah. Woman, take the no. He don't have to be fucking with his old bitch or a new bitch not to want to be with you. Go back to the board and think, are you going to be the me or and why? Same old me. You got a new bitch? Who you fucking with, your old bitch? Could it be the or? He may not like you.
Yeah.
And you don't even get to know why.
And you don't.
God, everybody wants to know why.
Man, what part of the
Why?
that's a
Why?
good
Why?
that's
Everybody
a good
wants to
series
know
right
why.
there.
What's that?
The why, like you don't get to know why, but it's the thing. Why we always want to know why, knowing we don't never know why.
Never know why.
How are we supposed to know that?
Because the why is not the why is the story we want to tell. Nobody says I was fucking with a good ass dude and he stopped fucking with me. That don't feel good. Now you can tell if you get to put your why out there, you happy. Mm-hmm. That's why I say I don't respond to long texts from women. All she wants is to give her why. Let me get a chance to say my why. Mm-hmm. Now you don't get no why from me. Ain't no why for me, goddamn it. Ain't no why for me.
Oh shoot! So if a dude do you like that, then you know he a bitch. Cause ain't no man gonna send no woman no long ass text.
He want to get his why out. I just
You're right.
Closure.
He's a bitch. You got to leave him alone.
I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
The stories we tell, we let these people convince us that there's a virus outside that will kill us. When the flu, pneumonia, colds, and everything been here since the beginning of time. We let these folks convince us to put on masks and not go outside and quarantine ourselves. And they fucking the government, restructuring the world's economy because they said somebody could sneeze on you. When did the United States of America ever care about folks dying?
For real.
They ain't never said, oh, we had a lot of motherfuckers dying of diabetes. We're going to stop selling that bacon and shit. We got a lot of people dying of cigarettes. When did the United States ever care about somebody dying? It's like anything else. If you're going to die, you're going to fucking die.
Yep. We got to get Jaron in. That's the womp.
Yeah. I was hoping he was, Jaron is wonk time, brother.
You know what they thought about, and it's a side story, but it's still about the me. So, like, say for example, a lot of us that's healthy, not scared, or even if you've had a cold and you fall off COVID, or the cold or whatever the flu you had or the sun issues you had, you like, I ain't scared of that. But it's a lot of people who are overweight, right? And because they won't decide to be that's the person you got to wind up in. Initially, you had to wind up in an argument about who didn't wear the mask or not. I've been in a lot of meetings on campus where they, Zooms or whatever, and the leader or the main person that's talking about why we gotta have these specifications on campus is usually the person who's overweight. And I'm like, you scared about dying every day before COVID. You get what I'm saying? You talking to us, you already couldn't breathe. This is not new, but you don't want to you don't want to become the why, because working out is hard. Eating right is hard. You rather call a Zoom meeting about how you want to kick a kid out of school because they are in each other rooms in the dorm, instead of saying, how about everybody beef up how we gonna eat? Everybody work out, everybody do this. Let's lay off the stress, because it's doing the immune system have the solutions. You know what I'm saying? Nobody
and then they let you
that.
go into restaurants. They let you do so many things. It's like, really, it's like, it's fear. It's like a herd mentality.
Yeah.
It's the only way. It's the air poisoners now. Let's get my boy Jaron in here. Come on, bro. Talk to us.
What up, fam?
What up, fam? You got the floor.
Hey,
what's going on? Hey, I'm gonna keep it funky with you. I missed probably about 30 minutes of the show, from about 9:30 to 10 o'clock. I got called with an emergency job out of handling my business, but you know what I'm saying? They kicking my ass today, or better yet, I like to got my ass kicked today. You know, trying to keep up with the show and handling my business at the same time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can speak on the me and your memory. I mean, the me and your memory is really just all about accountability. It's about you put yourself in the positions that you find yourself in. You know what I'm saying? And once we realize that, we can be so much happy in our lives. and we can be so much more content with the decisions that we make. And that's, I'd say, the first step to happiness. Just be content with the decisions that you make. If you made it, and whatever the consequence is, consequences isn't always bad. Sometimes you make decisions that end up being good. Sometimes you make decisions that end up being bad. But it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Appreciate you, bro. Good summary, man. Hey, look, like I always tell folks, don't get fired fucking around with us now.
You look just like Buddy Lee.
You already know what time it is, man. Well, I think that's a good stopping point, man.
I'm hungry.
It's hot in here. I done had a wonderful day, a wonderful class, and
You already know.
I'm going out with Nephew because I think this song gonna be famous one day.
Ooh.
If you want, maybe we can take it easy. I'm pushing up every and anytime you need me. G-Win, I'm not misleading. It's 8 a.m., you got me wishing you was with me. Chris, full court pressure, know what you need. Someone that's bout you, girl. I'm selfish, left side of your chest. No, it's gold, it's a treasure. It's kinda cold right now. Let me keep it warm in this weather now. Loving you is my calling. Girl, I'm ready to put my all in, yeah. I'ma show you what it feels like to be loved. Hold you down when we pop out, girl, I hold you up. No other feeling compare. My intuition says your love in the air. Baby, just hold tighter if you feel that you're scared. I know the way you feeling really feel like it's real.
So rare, baby.
And I probably wanna know how it feels having you on this side of me. Instantly, intimacy, enjoy your company. Tenderly and gently, that's the vibe for me, yeah. Get you ain't going nowhere.
And now for the song we wrote just for you. It's our Blue Dot Crew. And now I don't feel that bubble up more.
In the morning, I don't need no snooze. Gotta take 4 days, the boom, boom, boom. Meditate for you while I wait for the blow. Now I'm ready to be ready, let's get it. I feel excited. I feel alive. I'm so expected. I'm flying high. I'm on crazy, yeah. When you need me, call me. I'll be there in a hurry. I'm your blue dot bubble, baby. When you need me, call me. I'll be there in a hurry. I'm your blue dot bubble, baby. Blue is everything. Blue is everything. Everything is green. Everything is green. Blue is everything. Blue is everything. Everything is green. Everything is green. Blue day. New way, new you, let's get it, y'all. Bubble on up. Blue day, new way, new you. Blue day, blue day, blue view, blue you.
Bitch, I'm high on cloud 9. Why you trying to stop my slime? It's my life, Y-S-Y. You won't miss me when I die. I can tell a fucking lie. I can change my fucking mind. I just think you stuck in time. Bitch, you cannot kill my vibe.
Tired of fake, tired of hate, devil and blame. I'm fucking around sending ass to the nation. I'm running around the boom boom naked. Tired of front, tired of fake, tired of hate, devil and blame. I'm fucking around sending ass to the nation.
When you need me, call me. I'll be there in a hurry. I'm your blue dot bubble,
I'm
baby.
your blue dot, baby.
When you need me, call me. I'll be there in a hurry. I'm your blue dot bubble, baby.
Whatever you need.
Blue is everything.
Blue is everything.
Everything is green.
Everything is great.
Blue is everything.
Blue is everything.
Everything is green.
Everything is great.
New day,
New way, new.
y'all know what time it is, man. Let me get that banner real quick. Y'all know what time it is. This is the best show on earth. And it's a real morning show. It gets you up and it gets you going. So we want you to share this with like-minded people. And more than anything, send us a cash app. Help us keep this shit going. This shit is not free, and this shit is not easy. It is hot in this fucking garage. I'm trying to get an AC unit by next week. So y'all show us some love. Let's handle on out, man. Handla Robosha Eshe Kiete O Robosha So I just sped y'all up to show to y'all that y'all can run with the da. Y'all want to rumble with the B, huh? I throw a hex on your whole family. We love y'all, man. Team on 3. 1, 2, 3. Team.